Vietnam blogger jailed for 6 years for Facebook posts calling for peaceful protests. World News.
Here's a summary of the article.
An environmental activist has been jailed for 6 years in Vietnam for anti-state Facebook posts, as part of the country's continuing crackdown on social media. Nguyen Ngoc An, a shrimp farming engineer, was sentenced to 6 years in jail for making, storing, disseminating or propagandizing materials and products that aim to oppose the state of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, related to a series of Facebook posts from last year. Nguyen was arrested in September for sharing and writing Facebook posts which allegedly urged people to take part in peaceful protests in June. Since 2017, Vietnam has been escalating its arrests of bloggers and social media activists who criticize the government or draw attention to environmental issues. Amnesty International said the sham trial was just the latest evidence that Vietnam's repressive communist government was increasing its chokehold on civil society by targeting posts on Facebook. Nicholas Bickelin, a regional director at Amnesty International, said, "The sham charges leveled against Nguyen Ngoc An show that no one is safe on Facebook in Vietnam anymore." An is only the last case in a growing list of netizens prosecuted, arrested or detained solely for peacefully discussing public affairs or criticizing the government. The Vietnam government accused Facebook of violating the law this year by allowing users to post anti-government sentiments on the site.
This post received a score of 2,944, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than those who made peaceful transformation impossible make violent revolution inevitable. JFK.
Still waiting for it to happen in North Korea.
Shrimp farming engineer. Wow, did I pick the wrong career field?
One of the most Viet jobs I've ever read. I like how little attention this gets compared to if this was a Chinese blogger.
Except Chinese bloggers just disappear without any sort of trial.
Lol, the judicial branch gets its judges selected and vetoed by the Communist Party of Vietnam. No different from China. But Vietnam is useful against China for the West, so hush hush.
The judges from the Supreme and Constitutional Courts in Spain are directly elected by politicians and nobody in Europe gives a fuck.
Politicians are elected by the people in Spain. Shit comparison. Direct election of judges is problematic.
Violent protests only. Overcook fish? Straight to jail. Undercook fish? Also jail.
That's fucked up tbh. This kind of shit always happens in the East. I know my saying it doesn't mean much, but shame on them, the government. Peaceful protest is what he called for, mass mobilizing people to overthrow the local government. The government did have compensation for people, it even has its own laws in case of housing land or farmland. Because the urbanization happened too fast and in many palaces in the country, the government method make many people, especially people from countryside, very dissatisfied. Many terrorist groups take this opportunity to rally people and use social media like FB to create anti-sat groups, and wait the chance to go all out. They does not serve the in the will of the people but only use the uneducated people as a tool to gain power.
There is still a lot of hurt, pain, anguish in Vietnam. The effects of the war remains. NGOs on the ground should be well aware of this. Stay cheery, y'all.
This guy is just part of a network who's trying to take advantage of stupid, poor peasants to create mass panic. They are giving those people money in order to get them to protest. Those have become violent riots before.
A source on that would lend tremendously to the credibility of your claim, and commenters, even if it's true, there's likely more to it than just that.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.